Sup? This is Greggatron. Happy Monday. Happy Veterans Day. And I hope you like my shirt. Yeah. Alright. I got another sword review for you guys. I'm having fun with these. These are cool. These are fun. Very fun. So with that said, I have a whole set of these. I'll show off the main one first, the Katana. I don't even know what to name these swords. They're black and gold. They got dragon designs on them. And they got like snake scales. So you'll know by the time the video is posted, there'll be a name in the title section. But I say this often. I'll say this is one of my favorite swords, right? And I should probably stop saying that because I've been saying that a lot. So it kind of waters down the quality. But no, this really is one of my favorite swords. And I'll explain why in a minute. But I can't say enough good things. So before I get into the sword itself, I will show you this one. And this one. And I'll show them off individually too. You got your Katana, that's the main one. You got your Wakizashi, that's the middle sized one. And your Tanto is considered the dagger. So, I'll talk about them individually. But let me start with this baby. And I hope you like my Ghost of Tsushima music in the background. Let's start with the handle, right? The size is a standard katana, and I try to interchange it with a different katana, a different standard one, and they both fit snug in the other sheath. So, don't let all the fancy designs fool you. It's still a general, basic katana. It just doesn't look basic, right? And I'll show you why it's not actually basic. But look at the tip right here. You got, it looks like snowflake designs or something. Here, there, and there. And then you have some type of symbols down here. And you have other stuff going on in the corners. So there's a lot of artwork, a lot of designs going on, which is always appealing to the eye, because you don't want a sword that looks just like every other sword. Especially if you're a collector, you want to have variety, right? And I also like this middle piece. Looks like a belt. That's like a bridge between this end and this end. So yeah, and it's gold. And the gold complements the black awfully well. So, the main handle part, let me get close for you. They look like snake scales, right? And you can actually see some texture if you look closely. Yeah. But you can kind of feel it too. It's not like snake skin like those boots people wear, like actual snake skin. But it's clearly a replica of snake skin. So, yeah. That's kind of cool. But the feel itself feels almost like a leather. A leathery feel with a snakeskin texture, if that makes sense. You got your guard right here, which is the standard look. Alright, but again, pay attention to the gold. The gold is oh so nice. Very nice. Let's move on to the sheath. This looks like royalty or something. You know, just the gold is so catchy and appealing. And I didn't wear this yellow shirt for that reason, black and yellow. That was totally unintentional. I was wearing this shirt in the gym, that's why it's yellow and that's why it's small. But yeah, that had nothing to do with this sword, I promise. There's another dragon design. The dragon's got like the bearded features or the mustache features, or like the mane, whatever you want to call it. Same on the other side. It's always nice to have extra stuff going on, extra features. That's the word I'm looking for, extra features. I'll put my hand on the handle there, make sure it doesn't fall out. And I showed you this side. Well, no, I showed you the other side. So the end of the sheath has a similar design, right? You got the snowflake design there, and there. You got the two symbols there. And then you got these might just be circles in the corners. But I'll show you a comparison real quick. Before I show you the blade, actually I'll show you the comparison between this and that. The only difference is on the handle, there's that piece in the middle. So, that is it. Let me draw the good blade. Notice anything? Yeah. That's why I didn't want to expose the blade until later. This blade is just oh so magnificent. That's the word I want to use. Magnificent. I've never seen a black blade, unless if it's like a practice sword before. You know, a wooden sword. But once I saw the blades on all three of these were black, it was like I fell in love with it. Just beautiful. And the edge of the blade, as you can see, is the normal color. That silver. Isn't that like beautiful? Just gorgeous. Truly a masterpiece, I say. Truly a work of art. Truly something nice to have in your home. That is true. So let's come down here real quick. You got your standard piece. That piece that kind of holds... It doesn't really hold the blade together. That's on the inside, but that piece that... It's kind of like a gap between the guard and the blade itself. You got your standard design. Most swords have that. Whereas this one's gold to complement the rest of the sword being gold. But look at this blade. Look at that. It's not super sharp. But again, you can always sharpen your stuff. This thing is just... Man. So that's why I say yes. This is one of my favorite swords. As far as a standard katana, this is probably the best. This one and the one I showed you in my last video. Well, the one in my last video, that wasn't a standard katana, was it? That wooden joint. So, real quick, I'm going to put this guy back. You got your other size. This is considered a wakizashi. The wakizashi is the same as a katana, but it's smaller. It's between 12 inches and 24. So there are smaller versions of this sword as far as the wakizashi goes. And I'll make a different video about different wakizashis. And there's a different sword called the kodachi. That's what I used to call these, but this is not a kodachi. A kodachi essentially is a tachi, but smaller. But I'll explain all that in another video. Yeah. You got that. And this is the same as the katana. Same design. They complement each other oh so well. And then you got your tanto. Yeah. Same design. Just a smaller version. I normally call them daggers, but I'm trying to get professional on y'all. Tanto. I just really love the black blades. They just look so unusual and abnormal. I love that. All right. Gonna do a comparison real quick. You got your katana. This is another standard katana right here. As you can see, they look pretty similar. The guard looks similar. The handles, this handle might be a little bit longer. Barely. The sheath on this one is actually a little bit longer. Can you see that? But again, I tried them on either one. I put this sword in this sheath and this sword in this sheath. They'll still fit. Another difference I noticed, so in that sense they're the same, but a difference I noticed, you know, these have your rope on there, the laces. These don't come with any laces, but they do have the brackets on there, the golden plates. So, do you really need to see the blades? I mean, so yeah, the shape should be the same. The rivets on the blade part are a little bit thicker on this one, or I guess deeper. Alright. That's your katana. And these are the other two together. The Wakizashi and the Tanto. Beautiful blades. Beautiful blades. I like to show off the abnormalities of some of these swords. That's why I started doing this, because some of them look so unusual. But I recommend everybody has a sword or two in their home, even if you're not into the samurai culture. Yeah. I like them. I like them a lot. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. But I'll explain some more about swords in another video. So stay tuned. And peace.